there. I'm your host, Leslie Randolph. I'm a self-confidence coach for teenage girls and the self-confidence coach you wish you had as a teen. Honestly, I'm the self-confidence coach I wish I had as a teen because I know I could have saved myself and my mother a whole lot of heartache if I'd only known then what I know now. I hope to save you some of that suffering by sharing the lessons I learned late in life right here on Why Didn't They Tell Us? Welcome to the show. Hey, happy people. Welcome back to Why Didn't They Tell Us? I am just thrilled to be back in the room with you and so thankful to you for giving me the opportunity to do so every other week. You know, I get so excited to come on the microphone and to talk to you, and I always do so with the intention of brightening your day, inspiring you in some way, and of course, offering insight that will propel you to share your gifts with the world or propel you forward, whatever that looks like, to move you in some meaningful way. Now, the blessing and the burden of being a one-on-one coach is that there's only me and there's only 24 hours in a day. But I am on a mission to spread confidence like confetti so that the next generation of girls forever knows that they can always choose to love, trust, and believe in themselves. And for those of you like me who didn't have a confidence coach as a teenager, for you to know that it's never too late to start loving, trusting, and believing in you. This is why I love the podcast so much and why I love speaking on stages and at schools and businesses, because then I get to share this message with the masses. Whether or not I coach you, I get to share all this wisdom with you. I don't want what I know and have the privilege of sharing with my clients to be like the best kept secret. I want everyone to know. I want you to know it and to use it and then to take it into your world. This is why giving a TEDx talk on the secret to self-confidence was honestly one of the highlights of my career. It was an opportunity to share my story and my wisdom with more humans than I will likely ever have the privilege to coach one-on-one. And so, drum roll, please. I am thrilled to share that it is now on YouTube. My TEDx talk is on YouTube. So you can listen to it and pass it along to those who might benefit from it. That secret to self-confidence. Now, I'm going to include a link to it in the show notes here. So you can tune in, you can forward it to a friend. And in honor of it coming out, I wanted to do a self-confidence series over here to dig into some of the secrets of self-confidence. These will be short and sweet episodes that will educate and inspire you to cultivate self-confidence. And it's an all ages show over here. So feel free to pass this episode along in the future episodes around the secrets to self-confidence. You can share it with your tween or your teen so that they know better sooner than we did. And they can start strengthening their self-confidence muscles today. Sound good? You know it does. Let's go. So to kick off this self-confidence series, I'm going to answer the most important question. What is self-confidence? Now, if you ask Google for the definition of self-confidence, you will be bombarded with millions of responses. So I'm going to take the legwork out of it for you and give you my Leslie the Life Coach definition. Self-confidence is a feeling that comes from loving, trusting, and believing in you, and the product of taking courageous action, even when every other emotion is present. I know. It's a big definition. Of course it is. That's millions of results combined into one very long sentence. But here's what I want you to know for today. Self-confidence is a feeling, which means it comes from your thinking. And not just any brand of thinking will do when we're trying to cultivate self-confidence. It has to be thinking that is rooted in loving, trusting, and believing in you. It is thinking that focuses more on your gifts and goodness than your faults and past failures. It is thinking that shines a light on your strengths versus your shortcomings. It is thinking that says, I know you can figure this out, and I have your back through it all. So if you want to cultivate that feeling of self-confidence, you have to take the time to look for this within you. You will always find what you choose to focus on. Choose to focus on all that is amazing about you. There is so much of it. There is so much to find if you look for it. But we typically don't. We often give far more airtime in our minds to what's wrong with us than what's amazing about us. You know, I was thinking about this because I've spent a lot of time in elementary schools recently, and I was just so inspired by the messages and posters that adorn the walls of our kids' elementary schools. Messages like, you are irreplaceable. You matter. You are worthy. I believe in you. You are strong. You are capable. And think back to the books you read as a kid, or maybe the books you read to your kids when they were younger. So many of them were about being yourself and how that is the most amazing person in the world. She is. You are. I think we sometimes forget that I am the only Leslie and you are the only you. That is amazing. But somewhere along the way, we stop hearing these messages, and even more detrimentally, we stop believing them. Which is why I want you to hear these two critical truths about self-confidence. Self-confidence is a choice you make. You choose self-confidence when you choose to take the time to think highly of you, to see those strengths, those gifts and goodness, to say to yourself, I am irreplaceable. I matter. I am worthy. I believe in myself. I am strong. I am capable. The thoughts you think about you are a choice you make, which means that feeling of self-confidence is a choice. Choose it. I also want you to know that self-confidence is a skill you develop. It takes practice. I said earlier that somewhere along the way, we stop doing this, we stop thinking this way, but that doesn't have to be the case. You can make a habit of thinking highly of you. And when you do, you strengthen your self-confidence muscle. So how do you do that? You write the lines of your self-confidence script. That is my assignment to you today. Quite literally, you take pen to paper and write down what is amazing about you. What makes you good? What makes you you? All the strengths, the quirks, and characteristics that you possess. Now, since self-confidence is a skill, you need to look at that self-confidence script daily. If you've been in my world for a while, you know I love me a Post-it note. I think Post-it notes are one of my greatest coaching tools. Get your self-confidence script on a Post-it note and put it somewhere you will see it with frequency. Mine is next to my toothbrush. Where will you put yours? My friends, why didn't they tell us that self-confidence is not something you are born with, but a choice you make and a skill you develop? Anyone can be self-confident when they make the choice to love, trust, and believe in themselves. That means you too. You are so worthy of it. I hope you choose it. I hope you practice it. And I can't wait to see what happens when you do. Listen, I promise short and sweet, and that's what I got for you today. Tune back in soon for the next installment of this self-confidence series. And be sure to tune in to my TEDx Talk, The Secret of Self-Confidence. Till next time, my friends. Love what you hear easier? Well, I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at confidencecoachforgirls.com. That's confidencecoachforgirls.com. Or email me at lesliethelifecoach@gmail.com. That's lesliethelifecoach@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you.